Since quitting as full-time working royals, Meghan and Prince Harry have had a series of eye-watering expenses to deal with, royal commentator Daniela Elser said. And they also lost the financial support offered by being key members of the royal family and heir to the Prince of Wales. The royal expert wrote in a comment piece for news.com.au, "Harry and Meghan finally have the life they wanted, but their emancipation from the royal family has come at a steep cost. Both in a personal sense, Harry's relationship with his family seems to have only fractured further, and in a far more literal sense. Flying the coop would appear to have hit Harry and Meghan in the hip pocket, and hard." Ms. Elser ran through the financial changes Meghan and Harry are known to have experienced over the past months. In August last year, it was revealed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had moved into an £11 million mansion in Montecito, Santa Barbara. The couple is believed to be paying for the 9-bedroom property with a mortgage after having already put down a hefty deposit. Noting how momentous the purchase of this home was for Meghan and Harry, Ms. Elser said, "The Sussexes' purchase of the property was a landmark event for both Harry and Meghan, the first home either of them had ever owned. For the Duke, it was also the first time he had ever had to personally foot the bill to put a permanent roof over his own head." In Harry's first 35 years, up until Megxit, his living expenses had been pretty much looked after by the royal family, followed by the army, and then the royal family again. Moving to the US brought with it, for the prince, a painful crash course in having to worry about money, a lesson that most people learn before they hit the downward slope to 40 and creaky knees. Saunas, multiple, a Japanese tea house, not to mention household staff, aides, cars, mortgage payments and security cost an actual fortune. Citing the Daily Mail, Ms. Elser said the couple may have paid approximately £5 million for the deposit. They may also be paying about £4.29 million every year in household expenses, including a £466,170 mortgage, some £290,900 for housekeeping staff and £3.2 million security. After Meghan and Harry officially stepped down as senior royals at the end of March 2020, they were no longer entitled to receive security paid for by taxpayers. Harry confessed during his and Meghan's landmark interview with Oprah Winfrey he was surprised he would no longer be protected by the royal protection offices after Megxit. He said, "I never thought that I would have my security removed, because I was born into this position. I inherited the risk. So that was a shock to me. That was what completely changed the whole plan." Following their royal exit, dubbed Megxit in early 2020, Harry also paid back in full the cost of the renovation works carried out at Frogmore Cottage in Windsor to make it their home in early 2019. This added to Meghan and Harry's post-Megxit expenses a further £2.4 million bill, a sum which, it was revealed last month upon the publication of the royal household's financial report, helped the Queen cover for the losses created by the coronavirus pandemic. After becoming financially independent, Harry stopped receiving monetary support from his father Prince Charles through the Duchy of Cornwall, a financial loss which Ms. Elser believes amounts to approximately £3.64 million every year. Harry told Ms. Winfrey his family literally cut me off financially in the first quarter of 2020. The Prince of Wales' annual review for the past fiscal year shows he gave both the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge a total of £4.4 million in funding. Following accusations Harry had exaggerated the claim about being cut off, his representatives said it's inaccurate to suggest that there's a contradiction in the Duke's statement and Clarence House's financial report, because Harry was referring to the beginning of the fiscal year in the interview. They added, "The Duke's comments during the Oprah interview were in reference to the first quarter of the fiscal reporting period in the UK, which starts annually in April. This is the same date that the transitional year of the Sandringham Agreement began and is aligned with the timeline that Clarence House referenced." After breaking down all the expenses Meghan and Harry are believed to have had over the past months, Ms. Elser said, "Take this all together. Their new home deposit, household running costs, how much Duchy of Cornwall cash they have given up, and having to repay the costs of Frogmore, and the sum totals $22.45 million, £16.33 million. That's a whole lot of dough to have to find every year to keep the lights on and the family in hot and cold running bodyguards.